Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new, this 48 Ford is a sedan, chop top. We took the car and fixed some cracked out body work. The first video on it, I showed all that, and we stripped and redid everything, primed, blocked, and just recently painted. I showed a little bit of cutting and buffing on a run. But I've cut and buffed everything that I sprayed on the car to get a nice flat finish on it. Now the last thing that we've got to do here is this molding that was going around the windshield was just awful. And the molding that was on the car, it had overspray all over it where it had been masked off and painted. And I go to pull it out and it wasn't even the whole molding. They'd completely cut everything off of it, set it on, or put silicone down and then set this in the silicone and basically glued it on the car. So I went and sourced a new molding, just talked to my local glass guy. He was actually going to give this to me because he said he doesn't use this style molding anymore. You can see the cross section there. They call it a T molding, and it's got these little ribs that kind of hold it in place. Now I'm going to show you the windshield here for this car. Of course, the car's been chopped, so it's a custom made piece of glass. And when they custom made it, some of it's okay. Out here we've got enough room to stab that molding in. When we get up here, it's super tight. The molding will not physically fit in there. If you try, you run the risk of breaking the glass or the molding not staying. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to just take a razor blade to this molding, and we're going to trim off at least one of these little T's, because the molding, if it was correct, we'd just be able to pop it right in there and come up with our line, cut it, get it to where it V-butted, and then I usually just use some like super glue to glue the moldings together and make it all one piece. You got to be really careful, take lots of time when you're fitting that up. That's what we're here to show you how we're going to do that today. I've thought about starting in the bottom and put my cut in the bottom and just trail the molding around the top. I've got to play with this thing a couple times, get it in here. First thing I'm going to do is trim this down so I can get it to set inside of there. Use a little tape to help hold it. And then once we're happy with the way it looks and fits, we'll get some windshield urethane out and glue it into the channel there. The only bad thing about gluing it in is once you do it, it's a done deal. And that urethane is super nasty stuff. I like to call it yuckathane because once you get it on you, you're not going to get it off. But that's kind of where this video is headed. Sit back, get ready, here we go. So there is kind of how the molding lays in, and you can see it fits pretty good up against here. The question is, do I want to wrap it like that and then make one cut, or do I want to make a cut here and put a cut here? I'm thinking if I do one cut, it's going to be a whole lot more chance of success than having to do it twice. So I believe what I've come up with is when I get this all trimmed, that molding will just continue, but we'll get it wrapped around the top, and then we'll put our splice right down in the bottom of it. Just makes the most sense to me. And hey, I'm the one doing the work. So I've got a spot where I can lay this thing flat, and I can hold this razor blade at a consistent angle, and I'm just going to sit here and try to fillet this off really close to that center without cutting through it. Just takes time, and this molding just wants to flip and flop every which direction, so I'm going to try to do her here as best we can. All right, so here we are, the initial first fit, and hey, it's not bad. I only trimmed off one side of that little Christmas tree looking stuff. I'm gonna have to trim the other side off and shorten it up some. It fits good against the body up here, but there's a little gap in places on the glass side of it. So it's got to fit flush all the way to everything. We just want to leave something to give us a guide to keep that thing in there. All right, so it is a new day out here, as you guys obviously can tell. We're going to use this DuPont, I think it's Dow Beta Seal. Yeah, 428 HV. It's just window urethane. It's what they'd use to put glass into a late model car with. This stuff though is super nasty. So you want to make sure, like I've already got it on me. I got a little bitty spot on my shoe and tracked it all over. This crap does not clean off easy. So whatever you do, make sure that you're trying to keep yourself clean and everything else around you. So there you can see the tip profile we got. And yeah, I'll probably have to stop and go run over here and grab some hand cleaner before I get very far, fellas. We're just going to start in the middle down here at the bottom where our seam's going to be. And just a tiny bit in there. I'm going to say all the way down the bottom over to this edge here right before the corner. Or maybe we'll start the corner. All right, that's as far as we'll go. All right, I'm going to come back armed to the teeth with stuff here. Oh yeah, you can see how far that stuff squeezes. Got just a little extra out there. I thought I'd try to clean it up before I put this on. And, oh my goodness. Huge mess. Hadn't even started yet. Meow. Okay. God dang it. Got it on my finger. All over that towel. Go ahead and change glove first thing. So stuff transfers like nobody's business. So put some tape on the windshield. Got this molding here. I tried to cut an angle on it, but it's not quite right. So here we go. Try to stick that dude up in there. Stick it down tight. More there. Down there. Yeah. There we go. Alright. Tub of towels. This stuff will clean off the urethane better than anything I've found. Lacquer thinner and all that doesn't even clean it off as good as these little towels do. Don't let anybody ever tell you you can't do it, guys. You just have to have determination. Can't be a sissy. This stuff is not for the faint of heart right here. But if I was to screw up and this wasn't working out, I could jerk that molding out right now and clean it all up and try again. Would it be hard? Yes, it would be hard. But it would get done all the same. All right, so we're down to everybody's nemesis, the V-butt and the join there. So what I did was I followed the line of that glass and I cut this end, or the other end, the one we started with. I did it after the fact, but it's been cut and fitted. I'm just trying to keep this thing clean because I've experienced the wrath of window weld or urethane a few times. But if you get it on there, it's tough stuff. So I think we got everything else looking pretty decent up here. I'm wondering about this right here as I look at it. I don't want it to be all wiggly wavy. All right, anyway, we're going to take this end. I'm going to run her down here. I'm going to pull my first end back. I'll lay that one in. And same thing, I'm going to take this razor blade with my molding laying in there the way I want it. I can't hardly get this where you guys can see. Let's try putting y'all over here on this side. There you go. Maybe. All right, so got her right there. It's tough, man. It's tough. I'm gonna make it just a hair long. You can always take more off, right? Isn't that what they told you? You can always cut more off, but boy, it's hard to weld this plastic back together on here. Alright guys, so here it is with all of the tape applied there. I just wanted to show kind of this view of it so you could see the amount of taping. And what I've done is the pieces that are kind of going across the molding, or I put them on there to hold it while I was sticking the molding into the urethane, and then you try to make sure the molding is pushed in good and it's straight, and then you tape it down to hold it to the car. I don't think I explained that very well while I was doing this. And then I have this orange tape versus blue tape. The orange tape is real masking tape, and it just holds stuff a little bit more firmly than that blue tape. It's like your painter's easy release tape. So let's let this thing dry and we'll come in and peel some tape off. Just so you guys could kind of see it. It's been about 4 hours since we did this morning, and temperature is definitely coming up. I wanted to get you down here so you could see the little V-butt section of it. It's not bad. Definitely got a little cleaning to do. There's still a few dull areas on the car, so I'm gonna have to go and hit them with some more compound to get them cleaned up better. But I believe, looking from the front, looks good. I think we got it, guys. Yeah, it's definitely stuck on there tight everywhere. We're gonna go ahead and I'll let this cure a little longer, because this urethane, I don't think that it's super fast cure stuff. even though it's like 1,000,000,000 degrees out. Got to give it time. Anyway, hey, if you guys like my content, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel. It really helps us out a ton. And we're going to be giving more how-tos. You know, we can get as in-depth as you want on this stuff. Show you as much or as little as you like. So I will get out here, and I got to mow the grass.